Hey guys, Jennifer here with the Family Fudge, and welcome to Bunches of Lunches Christmas Edition. Now, over the years, I've made bunches of Christmas-themed lunches that have been super cute and festive, but in today's video, I thought it would be a fun twist to make lunches themed after some of our favorite Christmas movies. Which brings me to the question of the day, and that is, what is your favorite Christmas movie? Let me know in the comments down below, and make sure to use the Christmas tree emoji so that you can get a shout out in next week's episode of Bunches of Lunches. Now, if you haven't already, I would love it if you would hit that red subscribe button. On this channel, I share all kinds of videos about family, food, and fun, so if that's something you are interested in, make sure to give this video a like, and now let's get on to the lunches. I'm kicking things off with my personal all-time favorite Christmas movie, which is Home Alone, the original. Now, there's actually quite a lot of food in this movie, but it's not necessarily super healthy or anything like that. When I think of the movie Home Alone, I automatically think of cheese pizza. So that's exactly what I'm going to make for the main course of this lunch. Now, you guys, I am going to be cheating a little bit here by using some ready-made thin crust pizza dough, but to really make this Home Alone themed, I'm going to cut the crust into house shapes. So to this flatbread, I'm going to add just a bit of sauce, and then we cannot forget the cheese. Now, if you are a fan of Home Alone, you'll know exactly why I'm just adding cheese and no other toppings.
He started it. He ate my pizza on purpose. He knows I ate sausage and olives.
Now I'm going to pop these into the oven for about 10 minutes or until the cheese is melted.
A lovely cheese pizza just for me.
Now, I don't remember seeing much fruit in this movie, but I do remember seeing Kevin buy orange juice while shopping for himself. So for this lunch, I'm going to go ahead and add some little mandarin oranges. And of course, the same thing goes for veggies. I don't remember seeing many veggies in this movie. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add some cucumber strips and some carrots as well to spell out Kevin. Now, as far as snacks go, in the movie, a bag of crunch taters can be seen. But as far as I know, they stopped making crunch taters back in the 90s. So instead, I'm going to add just a regular potato chip bag on the side. And then, since I know that ice cream sundaes are a big deal in this movie and Home Alone 2, I thought a mini ice cream sundae would be the perfect thing to finish off this lunch.
Junk and watching rubbish. You better come out and stop me.
He'll call you when he gets out.
For this, I'm using one of these cute little ice cream cups. This pack comes with both chocolate and vanilla. I've decided to go with the vanilla. And then to this ice cream, I'm going to be adding plenty of toppings like mini marshmallows, chocolate sauce, caramel sauce, whipped cream, plenty of Christmas sprinkles, and of course, a cherry on top. For the drink, I also spied a can of Pepsi in this movie, so that's what I'm adding as well, except I only have this kind of Pepsi in my house right now, so that's what I'm going with. And there you have it, guys, a Home Alone inspired lunch. Now moving on to another one of our favorite Christmas movies, Elf. When I think about food from this movie, I automatically think of the Elf pasta that Buddy makes for himself. To his spaghetti, Buddy adds M&Ms, marshmallows, chocolate syrup, more candy, and then crushed up fudge Pop-Tart. Now obviously this is a ton of sugar.
We elves try to stick to the four main food groups: candy, candy canes, candy corns, syrup.
Now, I didn't want to really make elf pasta for the main course of this lunch. Instead, I am going to make an elf pasta inspired treat to go along with the lunch. Now, I'll go ahead and add a link down below to the exact recipe I'm using for these in case you want to make them for yourself. But basically, this has a lot of the same ingredients as Buddy's pasta, but instead of using pasta, I'm using crunchy chow mein noodles to make kind of a haystack style treat. So now I'm going to set these in the fridge to harden up while I make the rest of the lunch. For the actual main course, I'm going to be making a super simple elf hat quesadilla using a green tortilla, some cheese, and some roast beef.
You stink. Smell like beef and cheese. You don't smell like Santa.
Okay.
Now after that's all melted together, I'm going to go ahead and cut this into an elf hat shape. And then to the top, I'm adding just a bit of cheddar cheese to look like the hat's band. And then a little piece of bell pepper for the feather. Now for the fruit, I'm going to make some Santa hat strawberries, since we know Buddy loves Santa. And for the veggies, I'm putting together some cucumber and carrot Christmas trees. These are so fun, but really easy to make. And then of course, last but not least, I'm adding just one of the elf pasta treats on the side. And there you have it, guys, an elf-inspired lunch.
You did it! Congratulations!
Okay guys, next up is a classic Christmas movie, A Christmas Story. And you guys, I would love to know in the comments down below how many of you have actually seen this movie. This was super popular when I was a kid, but my kids haven't actually seen this movie yet. Now, just like our last movie-inspired lunch, I'm starting out this one by making the treat first. And of course, for this movie, the treat has to be fudge. Now, if you've seen this movie, you'll know exactly why I say that.
I see.
But for this, I'm just using a super simple 2-ingredient fudge recipe. You literally just have to melt together 2.5 cups of chocolate chips with 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. Now I'm just zapping this in the microwave for 30 seconds at a time, stirring in between until it's all melted together. When it is melted together, it should look something like this. And you guys, at this point, you could add in some marshmallows or some nuts. That would be super tasty. But today I'm keeping it simple. I'm gonna go ahead and spread this out just as is. But then to make it a little bit more Christmassy, I'm going to sprinkle on just a few red and green mini M&Ms. Now I'm gonna go ahead and stick this in the fridge so it can set up while I'm making the rest of the lunch. For the main course of this lunch, I wanted to do something with meatloaf, even though I know not everyone is a fan of meatloaf.
Meatloaf, double beetloaf. I hate meatloaf.
So with this meatloaf, I thought it would be really fun to make a bunny-shaped meatloaf sandwich. Now personally, I like a meatloaf sandwich. And this one is of course extra cute because of the bunny shape, and this is to represent the bunny suit that the main character Ralphie has to wear.
Immediately, my feet began to sweat as those 2 fluffy little bunnies with the blue button eyes stared sappily up at me.
Now moving on to the fruit. For this, I'm just adding some watermelon in the shape of a leg lamp.
A lamp!
It was indeed a lamp.
That's great!
And then to go along with this, I'm also adding in some coleslaw, since they have red cabbage with their dinner in this movie. And the same thing goes for the mashed potatoes. And then you guys, last but not least, just a tiny piece of the fudge. Okay guys, now I hope you enjoyed these Christmas movie inspired lunches. Let me know if you would eat any of these lunches yourself. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and share this video with someone who loves Christmas movies and fun food. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.